Nerd Reactor, roll off.
What's going on, Reactorites? John and Mike here. We're doing a review for episode 10 of Arrow Season 4, titled Blood Debts. You're back. Arrow is back from its mid-season finale, and they're jumping right back into it. What's going on with Felicity? What's going to happen with the whole Damien Darhk thing? Are we still on the island? Do people even care what's happening there?
Some people care.
Some people do.
Yeah, let's start off with the poll. We did a poll. What does it say? How many people enjoyed this week's episode?
As of right now, if you can go under our Twitter account at Nerd Reactor. You can do this every time you watch the show. Just go over to Nerd Reactor at Nerd Reactor on Twitter. We usually have a poll on there, just asking you what you guys thought of the episode. Basically, right now it's at 56% saying that they liked the show. About 20% said it was okay. Another 20% said it was meh. I mean, overall, everybody enjoyed the show. I thought it was okay at best.
And I also thought it was okay. And just, like, for me, the story didn't really feel like it was going anywhere. Like, we're introduced to the character of Anarchy again. And he's out to his old antics, you know? And you got Damien Darhk, but Damien Darhk hasn't done anything yet to progress his story. What's interesting on the show, there's a part where Arrow captures Anarchy. Later on, the cops come and captures him, and he frees Anarchy, like, oh, do your thing, you know, go kill Damien Darhk. So he wants Damien Darhk to die.
So basically in the beginning of the episode, you know, we're still recovering from the whole attack, and then, you know, obviously Felicity's going into an operation, and, you know, because of that, you know, Arrow's kind of back to his old ways, or, you know, Green Arrow, I guess you could say.
It's always like that. It's he always goes back. He's always in this vengeful mode, and a part of me just wants him to just break free from it and just move on. Because every time it's always back to, you know, the people are hurting someone that I care about, so I got to go back to being a murderous vigilante.
Yeah. And
I thought they were trying to, like, break away from that, but they always find reasons for him to go back to his killing ways. Because at the beginning, he's fighting a bunch of Damien Darhk's men, and pretty much he's just killing them left and right, because he said, like, they'd rather die than reveal the whereabouts of Damien Darhk.
Yeah, and, you know, I could see why they would try to do this storyline, but I think, you know, we're in our fourth season now with Arrow, so it's like it's kind of hard for them to try to do something new with the character in terms of, like, you know, he was already the dark vigilante guy. Now they're trying to bring him into the light, and then that was like kind of like one thing they said in the first half was like, right, like, I want to find him in the light. Remember, that was one of the things he said, and it's like, can he do it? Can he, you know, still do that? Because remember, he's still a guy. I mean, he's well trained, you know, from these years in the island, but, you know, he's still a man compared to all these, you know, people, especially Damien Darhk, who has, you know, obviously special powers.
Yeah, and we've seen in previous episodes how powerful he is, and every time the Arrow goes up against him, the Arrow always gets his ass kicked, especially in that crossover episode. Yeah, like, he was more of a threat than Vandal Savage.
But yeah, going back to Damien Darhk, I don't understand. Like, he's a big part of this episode in that, you know, obviously Arrow wants him to die. He's tired of him. But then the other thing is, like, he's the main bad guy. The thing we know is, like, the attack on Felicity thing. But other than that, it's like, what's his agenda? What is he trying to do? That's
the mystery, Mike. And they won't reveal that until the very end of the episode. But yeah, I see where you're going from. Like, yeah, there's a time and place for mystery and revealing all that, but it just feels like for the whole season, they never really reveal anything. Let's say we're watching The Flash, they give you, like, bits and pieces of what Zoom wants.
Yeah, and what Zoom wants is his power. He wants to be the one. He wants to be Jet Li.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
interesting. You know, that's fun to watch to see how he's gonna do that. Here, I don't even care what Damien Darhk's motive is anymore, because he's just a bad guy that's just there.
Yeah.
It's like, at the end, Arrow and his team, they rescue Damien Darhk's family, and he's like, Arrow, you've seen how powerful I am, but since you saved my family, I'll let you off the hook this time.
That was such a weird scene. Like, I don't understand. Like, they've done it a couple of times where it's like, they had the whole thing with Detective Lance, remember? And they have this, like, father heart to heart moment in the middle of the street, and it's like, why why even do that with his character? Like, he's supposed to be your main villain, and like, unless he's gonna be like, they're gonna do the flip and he's gonna become a good guy at the end, because it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why they would do this. And even for the family part, like, at least I think that was, it was not really that interesting. The fact that you meet the mom and she turns out she's as crazy, or if not crazier, than Damien Darhk. So it's like, is she the main bad guy, and maybe he's just like the lackey? Like, I don't know. It's weird.
And Anarchy is like his personal vendetta against Damien Darhk. It's like, if I want to see like Anarchy again, I want to see him like actually fulfill like his name, Anarchy, and just rise and just tear down Star City and just create havoc for everybody. Because right now that's the problem. Like, let's say the first and second season, there's havoc. People are like afraid.
Yeah.
They're always on the edge. Here,
especially with like the Mirakuru stuff, right?
The Mirakuru, and then here it's just everything's just self-contained. It's just, I don't know.
So I mean, we talked about this in previous episodes. If you guys watch our other reviews for Flash or Supergirl, we did podcasts before, and we're doing videos now. And one of the things we talked about is this season hasn't been the best one that we've been looking, as far as we've been watching, we're reviewing. This could be our last season we review.
Yeah.
I mean, we want the show to be good. We enjoyed the show. We
both loved the first season. The second season was the best one.
Yeah.
Deathstroke, great villain. They took like a B note or a C class villain, and they made him like really good, really well done. And like his motives, you care about him. He's very it's like he's a likable bad guy. Like you care like what he wants to do, and you want Deathstroke. Like, I wanted him to be like a good guy.
Yeah. And
I have hope for him. Here, Damien Darhk, I have no feelings for the guy whatsoever. He's just kind of a bland character.
Yeah, and the Felicity thing, like, obviously everybody was kind of like thinking that she was going to be the head on the gravestone, but as we found out by the end of this episode, she's in the car, so it's obviously not her.
Yeah.
So who is it, John?
I don't know who it is, but I'm thinking it might be Thea, because right now on Team Arrow, there's a lot of fighters, not a lot of people working behind the scenes, so that's what I missed about the Arrow. Like, I just want him to work by himself or just have like a sidekick, but now he has the Arrow, he has Speedy, he has Laurel, and then he has Diggle. So it's like they're competing against space, and they're always like bickering and fighting over each other. And I just want just that one guy, just Arrow, just to stand at the top, just to rise to the top, do his thing, and then have his support to back him up. But right now, everyone is competing for that screen time. Things I do like about the episode. It's a tough one. It really is a tough one. Like, even, let's say, Diggle, when he's meeting up with his brother again, the brother's in his little prison, and it's like, how many times do we have to watch Diggle and his brother just argue and just say, I don't like you, or I don't like you, you're not a brother to me. It keeps going on and on. And
well, at least...
but okay, there is a sliver of hope now, because now Diggle talks to his wife, and his wife says, just talk to him as a brother. And they're actually moving the story forward, but we'll see where that goes.
Yeah, like, I think that's my biggest gripe with this show, or at least for this episode, is like, nothing really changes in terms of, like, the main picture. Like, obviously, Damien Darhk is still a threat. The whole thing with also, like, Detective Lance, where, like, Stephen Amell goes to, Oliver Queen goes to Detective Lance, and he's like, I think I need, to whatever, use that card or whatever. But it's like, didn't we already think that Damien Darhk knew that, he was working with the Arrow before?
Yeah,
Because remember, like, they had that thing, like the card or something that he saw, and he smiled, and it was like kind of like a subtle gesture to that, he knows that he's working with the Arrow, so... But, I mean...
That reminds me.
Okay.
I do like one scene.
Okay, what?
There's a part where, what was it? Felicity's mom was in the room, the hospital room, with Detective Lance. And then Laurel comes in, and it's like, what's going on? And then, it's kind of like a kind of awkward moment. And then Detective Lance like, is it okay if I see other people? She's like, oh, no, that's fine, So I like that.
Yeah.
Like, my favorite character on the show right now is Felicity's mom.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, it's the characters we still like. I mean, I still genuinely like Felicity, and I still like, you know, Oliver Queen, and you know, Stephen Amell. I loved, you know, Diggle. Diggle was like such. He was you wanted him to be your best friend like after the first 2 seasons because he was just like such a cool guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just something like the way that they're piecing.
It's a story that they put him into with this repetitive, like just arguing at each other over and over again. I get sick of it.
It's like with Laurel, Laurel. It's like I feel like we've already had these arguments already.
Yeah, because every single episode is like Laurel and Oliver Queen. They're always fighting. Every episode, Diggle and Oliver Queen is fighting. But here they're kind of good because even here, what is it? Oliver Queen was like, I don't want to hear your lecture, so he was already expecting it. Just like us as the viewers are already expecting them to like just argue at each other over and over again. Mm-hmm. So they stopped with that one. So hopefully this next episode improve on that, move the story forward, and then I'll be a happy camper.
And get rid of the flashback scenes.
Yeah, the flashback scenes. First and second season, they're relevant to like the episode. Here, like I have no idea where this is headed, and it's not even that interesting. But apparently, you know, a lot of you guys out there have enjoyed the show. So let us know what you guys thought of the show. What parts you like, and you know, whether you disagree with us, just let us know.
Yeah, because I mean, we do different reviews for different types of show, and obviously, it's not everybody's cup of tea. Like I mean, even one of our he's a pretty frequent viewer. We talked about his comments on Supergirl. He said he doesn't like the show, but hey, you know, he doesn't like it. That's cool. You know, there's still a fan base out there that enjoys the show.
Not everybody has to like the episode, or not everybody has to like the show, but I get it. Like, it'd be cool if everyone likes the same thing, but that's just not how things are.
Yeah, so let us know what you guys thought about the episode. Did you like the episode? Do you not like the episode? Do you think Flash is better? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Think if you like Flash, do you like Arrow? Which is your favorite show? Because some people, it's like for one or the other. Mm-hmm. Like, I saw somebody's comments that were like, oh, the last night's episode of Flash was not as good as this episode. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, let us know what you think in the comments. You know, we don't hate the show. We just, you know, we think it could be better, and hopefully it does get better. But with that, thank you guys for watching. Like this video, subscribe if you guys want to see more TV reviews. We're going to be reviewing Legends of Tomorrow as well, so look out for that. Thank you guys. We'll talk to you later.
See ya.